Welcome along to another video. In today's video I'm going to be sorting out the water temperature gauge on the E39 M5 instrument cluster, and how I'm going to do that is by cutting this top rad hose and fitting that sensor adapter in there, and then that's a stock E39 temperature sensor. I'm going to wire that from here into the E-box with the engine ECU in there, and it's literally just pick up two wires on there and that'll run it to the cluster. First of all, what I'm going to have to do is drain the top portion of the rad, because on an E60 M5, which this rad is a split rad. So it's got four rad hoses going on there, essentially two top hoses and two bottom hoses, and then these are sort of vent off tubes to get the air back to the reservoir. So what I'm going to do first of all is drain this top one by opening that bleed screw which is down in there. Okay. Okay, so I've cut the rad hose. I was going to take it out but as you saw in the time lapse, I just cut it in situ in the end, because the clip to take this hose off is all the way hidden down in there. So yeah, there's no way of getting that off with the plenum on, and for what it's worth, it isn't worth taking it all apart. So yeah, a couple of hose clamps or Jubilee clips on there, and that will be back to normal again. I'll pull it out now, and that's the connector there for it. It's a 4-pin, because normally it has two going to the gauge and two going to the engine ECU, and then we've got two style of terminals, a smaller style and a larger style. Smaller ones are for that housing, and the larger ones are for the housing up there. I haven't actually got the plastic housing to go round it just yet, so till I've got one I'll just have to pop them on for now. We can get one of them sorted out. So yeah, I'm going to grab some wire and get it wired up, and then we can go to test it. Okay, so the next thing I've done is using the wiring diagram again. It is the X6011 pin 10 and 11, which is basically them two there. So I've just put a bit of tape around one of them just to make sure that it can't short out. So what I'll do now is I'll just go drop the battery on. Now what we'll see can just get past the check control messages. Go into the cluster test menu just on any one for now. The lock's on. The unlock number for mine is 15, which is all the digit of the last 7 digits of the VIN added together. And then the water temp test is number 7. So at the moment it showed -28 as if the sensor's disconnected. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fire the laptop up and I'll show you the code inside of swapping to the water temp sensor. Okay, so the software I'm going to be using is BMW Scanner 1.4. They're really easy to use software for doing coding and turning lights on and stuff like that. Much easier than the likes of NCS. So what we're going to be working on is the IKE, the instrument cluster again, and coding data, recoding, and in here you can change all sorts of different options. So what we're going to do, if we look in this top right corner, engine speed via CAN, so that's so that it gets the rev counter speed off the CAN bus. I've already unchecked that the other day to get the rev counter working, and I set it to 4 pulses per revolution. And with this one, all we're going to do is turn coolant temp via CAN off. So then what we'll do is now we'll just click write, and if we just watch the instrument cluster, I think it will just power off and come back on when it's finished coding. Yep, it's just come off. Right, what we'll have to do now, just go through the check control messages. Yep. Go into the secret menu, we'll go number 7 again. Now the lock's come back on. Okay, so it's reading 7 degrees. What we'll do to just give it a quick test. Just put the heat gun through it. Go see if the number's gone up. Okay, yeah, so there you can see it's gone up to 52. It's just dropping now, the heat's come off, and you can actually see as well that the needle has moved up ever so slightly as well. So yeah, what we need to do now then is put it all back together, and away we go. So yeah, really nice and easy, he says. Okay, it just runs a couple of hose clamps on there now. Fill it back up with water and we'll give it a proper test with the engine running. Okay, so I've got the engine up and running now. That line there is the water temp, 72 degrees, and then on the dash it's reading 69, so there's a couple of degrees in it, but not much. So yeah, that's worked out alright. The only annoying thing is the temperature needle itself sits quite low. I don't think the engine's fully up to temp yet, but I know the fan's cut in, so I think it's just idling around there for now. But yeah, I'll have to see if I can change the coding software for the gauge to see if it can make it read different, or maybe hook it up to my 540 and see what the needle does in that one, just in case there is something different with the M5 cluster. That won't be a hard job to try. I think I've got another cluster here I could probably rig up, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, the engine's quite happy running away there. So yeah, that's the new sensor all in there. No leaks by the looks of it, which is always good. So yeah, that's worked out nice. Now the oil temp's come up a little bit now, so it won't hurt to give it a little tickle. So yeah, that was just a quick exhaust clip. As you can hear, it sounds really nice. It's got quite a rasp to it, which I know the S85 does. It is quite raspy. But yeah, there's little to no exhaust system really. It does have a set of caps in the manifold still, and then it just comes straight down to an X pipe next to the diff, and then straight out to the back boxes. I'm not sure how restrictive the back boxes are really. There is a bit of tube with all the holes in there, so there must be a bit of wadding in there. But yeah, there's the X pipe in the middle, and then it runs up to the manifold at the front. So yeah, I think I'm going to end this video here. I know it's only a short one, but it's just showing some of the sort of jobs that I've had to do to try and interface the engine into the car, so it's more usable, it's more user friendly. I mean, it is quite good having the fact that you can go into the secret menu and see a digital water temp instead of just a gauge, so anyone who's got an E39 I'd recommend doing that. I do it a lot on my 540. But yeah, sort of next job, I need to get these intake tubes away to be powder coated black. I'll probably go crackle black to give it a nice OE finish. And then yeah, the next task is to make the battery jump start point and tidy this battery positive up, so I'll probably do that in another video and look at mounting all this, tidying this hosing up a bit. But yeah, if you want to see more videos, post in the comments, give the video a like if you like the project, if you like what you've watched. But yeah, I'll see you on the next video.